The Jougan is a shinjutsu that will help Boruto in saving the world. We know it has some direct ties to the Otsutsuki clan, and with the introduction of Shibai Otsutsuki, the reveal of this eye has come more closer than ever. But how did Boruto unlock this power, and what's the true potential that it holds? Keep watching as we are gonna discuss everything from Toneri's secret to the real life inspiration behind the Otsutsuki god. The introduction of Shibai Otsutsuki has been the greatest plot twist in the entirety of Naruto. The origin of ninjutsu and senjutsu has finally been revealed, and you'll be surprised to know that Boruto had already foreshadowed the shinjutsu during his fight with Team 7. Well, these divine abilities directly come from an Otsutsuki, and if a person attains godhood, he can easily get his hands on multiple shinjutsu. Even Momoshiki said he knows a lot about the different kinds of shinjutsu that exist in the universe. This means there are plenty of these divine powers that we still have no knowledge about, one of them being the Jougan, or the pure eye that Boruto has awakened in his right eye. The reason I believe it's definitely a pure shinjutsu is because Toneri referred to this eye as the Star of Hope. Later, Amado confirmed in chapter 75 that Otsutsuki abilities contain hope, which could even make the impossible things possible. Further, the prophecy of Jougan says that the fate of the entire world shoulders on Boruto. This means the Jougan will play a vital role in dispelling Boruto's dark days. However, the question remains, how was Boruto born with this pure power? There is literally no way for him to inherit it from his parents or ancestors. Or is there? I'm about to tell you a mind-blowing theory regarding the Jougan's awakening, and to understand it better, we will need to figure out how Amado transplanted the divine powers into Aida and Daemon. Well, what if I told you both the siblings were born with these shinjutsu abilities, that too because of Amado? And something similar happened with Boruto, which led to him inheriting the Jougan. We know that Amado had somehow found Shibai's DNA, and then he transplanted it into Aida and Daemon, through which they unlocked some of his powers. But what if it's not as simple as that? Amado might have done something to their mother, even before their birth. That's how they were born with these abilities. He could have implanted Shibai's DNA into their mother, which led to the siblings awakening the breathtaking powers. This explains why Aida ain't able to use the Senringan, in knowing the past of Amado and the secrets that are hidden from her. She can only look back in time till the day she was born. That's why she can't see how Amado gave her the powers. Similarly, in Boruto's case, when Toneri took Hinata to the moon in the last movie, he could have also transplanted Shibai's DNA into her, but instead of doing it scientifically, he used his divine powers. Urashiki also said to Toneri that by doing something to that woman's child, he should not expect to surpass them.
その女の息子に何かして先手を打っていたつもりかもしれませんけど。
Further, when Urashiki again sees Boruto's Jougan, he acts a bit surprised. And now I realize what's happening here, so hear me out. Urashiki told Boruto that the Jougan is a troublesome eye, but since he had already met Toneri before this incident, it's very likely that he knew Boruto was born with Shibai's genes. He just didn't know which ability of the Otsutsuki god he's gonna awaken. But after seeing his right eye lit with the Jougan, he quickly told him that the eye is a pure nuisance. Even Momoshiki knew that Boruto inherits Otsutsuki powers without even realizing it. The shinjutsu that makes him the last hope of the world against the rapidly approaching darkness will soon reawaken to relight his heart with hope. The reason it didn't awaken till now could be because it can only be used by a person having pure Otsutsuki DNA, and the rebirth of Boruto has made him capable of utilizing this power. Another thing which is really interesting is that Kawaki grows the horn over the same eye in which he awakened Ishiki's dojutsu. However, the horn that Boruto grows over his head is neither similar to Momoshiki or fused Momoshiki. Rather, it's very much alike to Shibai's horn, and not to mention, both of them grow it over the same eye, which is apparently the Jougan. What exactly is the true purpose of Jougan in Boruto's life, and how will it turn in his favor in the long run? Well, to understand this, let's figure out what happened to Shibai Otsutsuki after descending beyond this universe by taking context from the Samurai 8 manga, which is written by the same author. So Shibai had become immortal upon reaching the god stature, and for some reasons, he left his body and ascended to a higher realm. A similar concept has been used in Samurai 8 manga, where a character named Fudo Muyo lives in a higher plane of existence. Later, towards the end of the series, Hachimaru also achieves godhood and becomes a purely spiritual being. A person who reaches this stature basically becomes one with all the information that makes up the universe. If Boruto's story runs down a similar path, then it seems like the Jougan will soon turn him into a divine being towards the end of the series. So what if I told you this panel of the Otsutsuki god was inspired by a mesmerizing artwork of a real-life artist? And what's even interesting is that this inspiration behind the Otsutsuki god panel explains the concept of merging with everything in the universe. This artwork has been inspired by Alex Gray's artwork used in the music video of Parabola by a band named Tool. The Alex Gray visuals in this music video showcase the awakening of a third eye and how the creature later turns into what I think is very similar to the chakra system used in Naruto. The artist behind the inspiration of the Otsutsuki god seems to have a huge impact on the Boruto series, not only because of this artwork, but also because of a stunning real-life incident of the artist which could help us to crack the Jougan code. Alex Gray was once in a party where he was given LSD for the first time, and according to to him. After consuming the drug, he had hallucinations of some light, which he describes as divine light. The parabola artist further says that light enlightened him, and he dedicated his whole life to expressing what he felt when he saw that light. That's why his artworks are so unique and one of a kind. He even believed that all humans were interconnected through some sort of divine entanglement. Now, if Kishimoto had drawn inspiration from Alex Grey while penning down the story of Boruto, this could mean Boruto's eye is meant to enlighten and connect Boruto to all the things in the universe. This explains what happened to Hachimaru in Samurai 8 after reaching godhood, and something similar could happen to Boruto towards the end of the series. Many people debate about the eye of Boruto in manga chapter 1 being the Byakugan instead of the Jougan. So let's debunk this misconception once for all. If this eye was actually the Byakugan, then it should have triggered the veins upon activation. Also, since there is a scar on Boruto's eye, we know for sure that it has been destroyed by either Kawaki or Code. So what happens when a character loses an eye in the Naruto? Well, that eye just becomes useless and nerfs the character badly. However, in Boruto's case, he was able to utilize the dojutsu even after getting his right eye destroyed. This again proves the Jougan is a superior shinjutsu, otherwise there is no way Boruto would have activated it in his blind eye. Another thing which confirms the Jougan being the Otsutsuki god's eye is the fact that every time it was awakened in the series, Boruto was able to tackle hectic situations that he was going through. It seems to grant the user the most suitable ability to deal with the situation that he's going through. Like when Boruto went hopeless, it somehow rekindled his heart with hope. He was able to utilize Kagura and Sasuke's sword without any kenjutsu training. Also, he quickly identified the dark chakra of Nu, and the Jougan granted him access to space-time ninjutsu to fulfill his necessity. The reason Kawaki is not seen using the Eye of Ishiki in the time skip could be because the Jougan has blocked him from using any ocular powers. I also believe Code will have a major role in unlocking the pure power of Boruto because of a possible major foreshadowing. In Boruto Opening 5 that came out 3 years ago, Boruto is seen fighting a villain whose weight is similar to Code. And what's even fascinating is that Sasuke passes on his sword to him during this fight. Chances are we will soon be seeing Boruto in a new outfit by the time Code strikes Konoha. Moreover, when Boruto is about to land a blow on this villain, the Jougan can be seen awakening in his right eye. Hence, we can conclude the pure eye has a high chance of awakening during the Code fight. Another reason for Code being the one behind Jougan's awakening could be his huge claws, through which he's gonna leave Boruto blind in one eye. And if everything falls into place, Boruto could awaken the pure eye after getting blind in one of his eyes, fulfilling both Momoshiki and Toneri's prophecies. The question remains, who's gonna tell Boruto about the power that he holds in his right eye? We know that Toneri has been sealed on the moon, and there is literally no way for him to help Boruto. But you can help me on my YouTube journey by clicking this join button and becoming a member of this channel. In return, you will get shoutouts in my upcoming videos, as well as sneak peeks to some of my future projects that I have planned for 2023. Coming back to who's gonna help Boruto in acknowledging the Jougan better. Well, we have 3 nominees who could fulfill this duty, and you can find out who it is in this video. Also, subscribe for more amazing videos, and I will see you next time.